Still trying to figure out this whole YouTube live, man.
It's all good. It's all good. You already
How
see
you
what I
doing,
got in the
bro?
background. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Oh, I like that. I like that.
Boom.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, man. I'll send it to you. I already put it in the file that I have for us.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
man. Did you get the Dropbox link? I'm not the Dropbox link. The Google Drive link.
Say what now?
Did you get the Google Drive link?
You just emailed it to me or what?
Yeah, emailed it to you about let's say about 8 minutes ago. It got the questions that I wanted us to go over.
Say what?
It has the questions that I wanted us to go over.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, we live, so just run them.
Well, that's the thing. I don't remember. Okay, no. But I do
Hey,
know what I
hey,
wanted to
that's
talk
what
about.
happens when it's live. Real deal, man. Real
Right,
deal.
right. All right. So what I do want to talk about is okay. Obviously, we're the subject in the title is AI is the new plug, right?
AI is the new plug.
Got it.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
the word plug in the Urban Dictionary means that
I'm
someone
grabbing
who can provide someone who can provide a service or someone who can provide access to something, right?
someone who could
And
provide a service or provide access to something. So that's the definition of what a plug is. Okay.
yeah, via the Urban Dictionary. Other than that, a plug is a plug.
I.e., maybe it's the connect because it connects into the wall, right? The
Yeah,
connect, the plug, the
right.
provider, the pusher.
Yeah,
Um, okay. No, you read my mind. So I was gonna ask you to share the Urban Dictionary definition of
yeah.
what a plug is.
Matter of fact, it's on the document that I sent you. So
Okay.
the reason why I
Okay.
said that is because, and we just talking about it, and you know what I'm saying. When you came out with the idea, you know what I'm saying, AI is like crack. You know what I'm saying, and I mean not AI, data is like crack, and AI is the plug because AI is pretty much to me is how this world is going to move forward, right? Think about how we've already been introduced to AI, but people didn't realize it was AI. They thought it was just voice operation,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
AI. You know, what I wanted to talk about more so is because more so is how AI is not just replacing people, but also giving others opportunity. You
Okay.
you think about it. An opportunity comes when a situation presents itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's what AI is. Everybody sees AI as a threat, and possibly because the way the new introduction of AI came about. We
Yeah.
seen it like, oh, AI is mimicking dead rappers or dead singers' voices, and people are looking at trying to make money on it.
Yeah.
And but they're not looking at as okay, well, the whole world see this new technology is coming. It's been out for a year um, with the prompts, right? The new
Yeah.
version of the AI, the more introduced to the public, so to speak. This is an opportunity for those to be able to say, okay, let me get behind what I need to do so I could be an asset to whatever field I'm in.
Yeah.
You know, if like you're in tech, right? You're in
Mhm.
cybersecurity.
Yep.
Studying AI allows you to realize, okay, well, I need to know what's coming next. So you took an educational course on cloud storage, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or
So no, yeah, we saw I saw the impact of it coming up. What was it, November 2022? One of the program managers for one of the contracts our company supports is actually a DevSecOps mission
mhm.
for the Air Force. She told me about Chat GBT when I checked it out and learned about it. I'm like, holy guacamole with some enchiladas. This is it right here. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So, to your point, right? I went back to school to do a postgraduate certificate in cloud computing because I saw at that point in time how this was gonna just take over. It's gonna take over, and I'm not because just to your point, right? I did come up with that whole concept of data is the new crack, data is the new drug, right? Because we just addicted to that data, man. And if
Right.
anyone that doesn't believe that we're addicted to data, I dare you to try to go a whole day without looking at your phone. I dare you.
Of course. We definitely that, but also look at it as data is some people say don't trust the person, trust the data, right? Because data
Yeah.
shows history of things that repeat itself.
Yep. Yep.
And if you look into the history books, whenever something's new that's introduced, it's looked like the villain,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
TV, when television was first introduced, people were scared of it back in the 50s and 60s, maybe even 40s. I've heard people say that they sat down watching TV with like pots over their heads so they won't get hit with the brain waves and stuff. Cell phone, think about it. Cell phone technology. People are scared to use cell phones because they thought it was
Yeah.
going to bring
Yeah.
cancer and this and that. I'm not saying it does or it doesn't. 5G gets announced and everybody think 5G has something to do with COVID, right?
I remember
These,
that. Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everything is looked at a bad actor when it first come in because of the fact that it's new,
Yeah.
right? Not looking at what it can do, what are the long term benefits of it. They just look at, oh, I'm familiar. I'm not familiar with it. I'm scared of it. Let me back away from it. And that's what people are looking at as AI. They're like, oh, no, no, no. You know what I'm saying? AI is this and AI is that. No, AI is merely a tool, and how you
Yeah.
use that tool is how it can benefit you,
Hmm.
or it can also not be a benefit to you.
Yeah, and that's what I saw too, right? When I started getting more into like Chat GPT, and the reason why I went back to school, I don't even think I finished that thought, but no, I went back for cloud computing, to learn the infrastructure because it's the tool, right? AI is the tool, right? But the infrastructure, which is the cloud, is how that tool gets delivered. It enables the tool and allows that tool to get delivered, and that's why I'm going to school now because it's when a new tool comes out, right? You have a choice. You can learn how to use that tool, or you'll let everybody else around you learn how to use that tool. They come up, but you still stuck in the same spot because you was like, "Ooh, I don't want that tool. I don't like that tool. That tool is new. I like the tool already. Well, I get that hammer when I got this hammer right now. This hammer still works. You feel me?"
Right. And that's wait a minute, what's that? It's like we know I heard the story of John Henry, right?
Hmm.
Man versus the machine. He raced the machine that was building tracks. He was building his track like old school, right?
Ooh, ooh, yeah,
What happened?
yeah,
What happened at the end of that story? John Henry died.
yeah.
You feel what I'm
Yep.
saying? He may have won, and the people was supporting him. But guess what? 2, 3 weeks later, his story ended.
Mm,
Right? Some of the
mm.
generations don't even know that story. And I say that to say this: it's like if you continue to do things the same way, and it could be beneficial to those around you, but not to you, you're just going
Yeah,
to be another story. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I don't want people to fall into place about how AI is. Don't be that person that's going to fight against it. Learn how it can benefit you. Like
yeah,
I even
yeah,
jumped on Coursera and took a class about AI because of the fact that I know the type of industry that I'm in. I know the type of industry that
yeah.
I know the type of industry my kids when they get older gonna want to be in, and
Yep.
I'm not signing away from them. I'm introducing it because when let's think about it, weapons can be used to protect or to cause harm.
True.
AI is the
True.
same.
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so with that, a lot of and I'm looking at all these YouTubers and all these let me not say YouTubers because I guess since we're on YouTube and we do I guess I'm a YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? I like to say content creator, right? You know what I'm saying? Us
Yeah.
content creators, we use these tools, right? because these
Yep.
tools allow us to build platforms, build engagement, and bring information out. We can also make
Yeah.
money that way. You know what I'm saying? But information to get out to the masses to me is important first because of the fact that the tool allows us to reach further than where we can go. Imagine if we didn't have navigation systems in our car. Remember, we would all we would have
I
to do
remember
is go
them
to
days.
bro.
Hey, we used to
Exactly.
stop. Hey, stop by the gas station real quick. Get a map. All the youngins, if you watch this, what's a map, right? That is look, Google what a map is, right? Because there, who might be young, who never had to get a map and actually learn how to read a map and be like, ooh, okay, I gotta go. Okay, this is how. Yeah, no, good point.
Like,
Even now, I rely on navigation so much. I'm like, man, don't give me no map. I don't want no map. I want the streamlined, more efficient way of doing things. And I think to me, that's how I look at AI. I look at AI as being the streamlined, efficient way to do just about everything, man.
yeah,
It's uh I forget her name right now, and I'm gonna have to shout her out. That there's an ongoing conversation I have with someone on Instagram she's in that circle that's against AI, right? Um, so they're putting out all these evil AI is the devil. Where in hell with AI coming? I'm just like, look, man, you cannot stop it. Like I look at where we are with the evolution of AI. We're at the beginning point of where at the beginning, the people that was in the industrial era, like actually working in the factories, we're at that stage that they were when all this new technology started coming out that can do some of the heavy, dangerous, repetitive tasks that they were doing in the factories. They were like, I don't want to lose my job to those machines in this factory, but it actually free them up to do less dangerous stuff and maybe give them opportunities to look at, okay, how can I be the engineer that's maintaining that factory equipment, that factory robot that's doing the heavy lifting, that's taking all the pain and pressure off my back. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you said, right? Those that at that stage of the industrial evolution, if they were fighting it, they could have spent that time learning how to use those tools. How do I get better at science and math to maintain the machine, to maybe look at business processes? Maybe I can go to customer support or maybe work on the sales. Like if the people that were fighting that technology then, those are the ones that well, probably jobless because they wouldn't adapt. Like, no, I know how to do this part of the widget making process in this factory, and I'm only gonna do this. I don't want to learn that new technology. And those are the folks that probably struggle. Just like I feel like right now, anyone who resists, as what was it in the one Star Trek movie when they were like, resistance is futile. Hey, you can resist if you want to and protest AI if you want to. I'm going to learn this AI and technology behind it and what supports around it so I can make sure I can keep getting it checked.
right. Not only that, you can be useful to people who are. You can be a bridge. You can be able to educate those through platforms
Mm-hmm.
on how to use AI and incorporate it with the skill sets that you're not familiar with already. Uh,
Yeah,
that's that's one of the things that I would love. I always love to have conversations about this because people look at it like, okay, let me give you an alternative angel instead of saying devil's advocate, an alternative angel to it. A
an
benefit,
alternative angel. I like that.
yeah, it's a benefit to what you're looking at because of that,
Mm-hmm.
or an alternative for what you're looking at. Um, Before there was cars, there was horses with carriages. Before
Yep,
horses with carriages, there was just straight feet walking, right?
yep,
Um,
yep. That
every,
left right express, baby.
right, have one foot, lay the other, Chevrolet. That's what you got. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
yep.
But the the thing with AI is moving so fast because it's intent to, right? So when you, like I said, when you first get something, fear kicks in, or the fear of the unknown. And how AI evolved. AI evolved before people were able to be like, okay, let me give it a thought. They'd be like, nah, you should have thought about it when it first came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you got AI everywhere. You can pull up Google. I mean, like I have Grammarly, right? Love Grammarly. Love Grammarly.
Love it.
You know what
Love
I'm
it.
saying? Grammarly, tap in with us so we can get a we can get a
I
brand
know,
deal.
right?
You know what I'm saying? I Grammarly
You
all
get that
that all day
affiliate
long.
link deal.
Yeah. So but I say that is because now they have it where if I'm typing something, typing in a description, the little pencil will pop up, which is a artificial intelligent icon that I click, and then it gives me a prompt. Do you want to make? I mean, I can make. Do I want to make it better? Do I want to make it easier? Do I want to make it
Yeah,
short?
yeah.
You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And
Yeah.
then I can do that, and then I can type in there and say, make this sound more professional and more catchy for a younger audience between the ages of 20 and 35, right?
Yeah.
Boom. Put the prompt in there. Great. That's it. I don't it eliminates the guesswork, right? So to
Mhm.
speak. Because AI is not 100%. Remember, it's prompt and it's engineered by prompts.
Yep.
But the same thing is it's like it's a tool, and I keep saying it's a tool, and I want people who their eyes land on this, even if the person who that's in your group that you said that's on social media that thinks AI is evil. Let's have these conversations about why you think it's evil. Why you feel like, you're too old or you too young or you too
Yeah.
modern or you too stuck in your ways to learn about it. Nah, let's have these conversations because of the
Yeah.
fact that
Yeah.
no, these are things you've already doing. You just didn't know because nobody set the time and tell you this is how you do it. If a 70 and 80 and a 90-year-old can be on Facebook, that means a 70 and 80 and 90-year-old can learn how to use AI
Oh
properly
yeah.
and more efficient.
Oh well, I believe anybody can learn anything if they really want to. But
Right.
the argument that I'm seeing from the side that's against it, they're just what I'm seeing is the recurring theme of being afraid of being replaced. That's the number one fear that I'm seeing. And my clap back to that is jump on that surfboard and learn how to ride this wave, man. You either learn how to ride the wave or you're gonna drown.
Yeah.
Basically, is what it comes down to. And what I'm seeing is kind of like that resistance to learn how to surf. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think
It's a
a lot
comfortable.
of people. Go ahead.
It's it's a comfort zone.
There you go. Yeah, people get the status quo is comfortable. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I think a lot of people that are resisting it, they're just like, nah, this status quo is comfortable. It's funny because on social media you'll see like the whole promotion of think out of the box, but a lot of people get comfortable in that box, and I think AI is forcing people to get up out that box. They're like, well, hold on now, this box is
Yeah.
comfortable, man. I got my pillow set up. It's
Yeah.
already got that little imprint. I'm comfortable in this box. Don't force me out of this box. But I think also too, um, I'm gonna have to say it too, man. I think it's revealing it's revealing the producers from the fakers, right?
Oh,
Because you get a
of course.
lot of
Oh, of
people.
course.
And this is more so just in business, right? I always try to look at with stuff like this. I always try to look at it through a business lens, even through IT cybersecurity, right? I look at it through a business lens. I knew AI was going to be the way and take over because I see how it can make everything easier, simplify business processes, um, and expedite business processes, because that's at the end of the day, that's what it's about. And you said it earlier too, as far as like serving people, it helps companies and people serve people faster, better, right? Because at the end of the day, business is simply people serving people. Learn that from Darren Hardy, right? That's
Yeah.
all business is, right? And when you start peeling the onion back for each different industry, in my industry, I'm using AI to serve my customers quickly, right?
Yeah.
Make it easy. I'm automating different tasks. Hell, the AI is like I got my own SOC analyzer, right? Where I could prompt it up like, hey, I need you to look up this threat real quick. Let me know, break it down, boom, send me research the web. Let me see what other articles are out there. And now instead of just me trying to do all the research myself, I'm using the technology to help me out, and I'm giving the customers the answers they need. Matter of fact, one of my customers, the security lead for the unit I support, came to me one day and was saying, "Look, man, anything I could ever think I want, you're giving it to us without me even having to ask." And I think that's an example of how people could use the AI to their benefit, right? I
Yeah,
know my customer, I know the customer's needs, so I'm gonna use the technology to give them that. You know what I mean? And I'm not hearing that conversation coming from the people that are against it, like all this, it's me, it's me, it's me. But what I'm not hearing is, well, how can I use this to give my customers or give the company customers what they want? Because that's what makes the money. You know what I mean? I know people would talk about, I want this money, I want the bread, cheese, but what do you got to do to get the bread? You got to serve somebody. You know
yeah.
what I mean? You're serving them a product, you're giving them a service. But like, and that's all it is. Like you said, it's a tool to help serve other people. You serve other people and solve their problems, they'll give you the money.
They will. And here's the thing: by doing that, before doing that, you already set yourself with the 5 P's. Proper planning prevents poor performance. What? Hold on a second. Uh-oh. Hold on. Somebody's at my door. Hold on a second.
It's all good. It's
I,
all good.
I'll be right back.
We're doing a pause for the call so we can answer the door.
And a break
It's
for the
all good. This real stuff right here. We
yeah,
had some. I'm in the parking lot at my lunch hour, so
for sure. Hold on a second.
we keeping it real.
But hey, if you can pull up that document that has the stuff in it, because I got bullet points there that you can talk while I'm doing what I got to do. Hold on a second. Where's that?
Because he told me to come up with some bullet points myself. So I'm gonna go off my bullet points real quick. So generative AI skills. The generative AI skills that's the new hot chick at the dance right now, man. As a cybersecurity professional for a long time, probably up until about last year, cybersecurity was that hotness. Uh for as long, at least the last 10 years, cybersecurity was like that hot tech job, either that and maybe even development, the developers. But with AI coming in, that is the hot new skill. Employers are actually looking for more people with AI skills. And I actually got some numbers right here that I'm gonna share.
What happened?
AI job listings are up 41%. Uh that's a big number right there. And this is specifically for tech jobs. So tech job listings for AI skills is up 41%. So um this whole AI explosion, right, is disrupting every industry. It's disrupting
Yeah.
every industry. But me, I follow tech, right? So even within the tech industry, employers are looking for those people with AI skills, man. The like you said, the data, the numbers
Yeah.
don't lie, man.
Numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie. So even like me, I make content to help people that want to get into tech and cybersecurity. I would be doing those people a disservice if I did not tell them, hey, you need to incorporate learning AI skills into your tech skills building regimen, right? Like whatever you're going to learn in tech cybersecurity, you better learn AI with that too, or else you're not going to find no tech jobs. As a matter of fact, um another statistic I want.
You froze. You froze.
This year, or not 20,000 to 40,000 jobs, 20,000. Uh-oh, let me get my numbers.
Repeat
My
that.
fault.
Repeat that. You froze.
Oh, did it freeze on me?
You froze.
Okay, I know why it froze on me.
headlights.
Say what now?
I said like an antelope in headlights. That's a Black
It's
Panther.
it kind of cut out on you too when you said that, so I didn't catch the hook. Say it again. Say it from the beginning.
Like an antelope in headlights. That's
I
a Black
remember that. He froze.
He froze. Yeah.
Nah. So no, the number that I was sharing from the Wall Street Journal, it was saying that in 2024, IT jobs are projected to shrink by 20,000 to 30,000 positions. Yeah, man, that's major. That's major. So and then it also talked about the number of a large portion of like entry level IT jobs are going to go away. And it actually makes sense, right? Which is for me, it's forcing me again to reiterate to people that want to get into tech and cybersecurity, you're gonna have to look through that AI avenue, like, and also because a lot of your entry level IT jobs are typically like help desk based, they're repetitive, repeatable tasks, right? And we said earlier that AI can help replace people in doing those repetitive, repeatable tasks, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, damn, how do I advise people to get into the tech game, cybersecurity game, when before now I would tell them, hey, go get those entry level help desk jobs, those entry level IT jobs, right? And the only thing I could come up with is we still have a talent shortage in cybersecurity across all industries, private sector, government sector, right? So this is kind of pushing me to believe that employers are going to have to become more open-minded to more apprenticeships and internship programs, because it's like if the entry level jobs that people will come in through to kind of cut their teeth and build their way up to transition over to cybersecurity, if that's going away, then how the hell are you going to get that cybersecurity talent you need? You're going to have to develop them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, you're going to have to open up the doors and be like, you know what? I'm willing to train you. You know what I mean?
And
But people,
that's where
go ahead.
that's where interns gonna come in. But interns gonna have to have some sense of knowledge of Chat GPT, of
Yes. Yep.
things of that
Yep.
nature. And what I had a thought, more so of a question, but I'll save that for a different segment of the show. But it's like you're right. The middle, I mean, not the middleman, because there was a middleman at one point in time. Now it's going to be the source to the machine. You know what I'm saying? If like an organization would hire an individual to get the job done, so
Yeah.
um, a corporation, that's the main, the individual, which are humans, the middleman, and getting the job done is the answer. When the corporation has access to the answer, the middleman gets pulled out.
Yes. Damn, that's a good that's a good journey you took us through.
Yeah. And I say that because of the fact that I'm all about entrepreneurship. I'm all about learning how to be be a smarter worker, not a harder worker. Because of the fact that I've seen it where with I've seen it when in the sales aspect, uh when coming into like the sales force in the workplace, right? They use AI to gauge, is it good, is this a good time to reach back out to that client based off of their industry, based off of the
Yeah.
information, and
Yeah.
off of what? The data.
The data, baby. That's
Yeah.
that.
And
That's that drug.
and
Ooh,
I'm not
give me
gonna
some of that.
lie.
Hey, hit me with that data.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. It helped me be successful 80% of the time. What I do for now, here's now go back to my thought. When you go ahead and work for one of these major corporations, I'm not going to say no names or colors, but when you type in these keystrokes, because you got to log into a private server,
Yeah.
typing in these keystrokes are recorded because they learn the behaviors of a person who's been successful. You
Yep.
grant you grant access to the AI access to those keystrokes. You just now em- unemployed an employee. I hate to say fired, but you just removed you just removed the position and replaced it with an AI.
Yeah. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And now
Hmm.
that artificial intelligence AI, you know what I'm saying, it learns how to handle the situation because of the fact of the keystrokes of a human being, a
Yeah.
successful one at that.
Yeah. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So now that leads back to how the entry level positions are Thanos.
Gone. Yep. Yep. No, good point. Excellent point. I mean, and just using good business principles, that's what you want to do. You want to be able to capture what's repeatable, what's redundant, what's recurring, so I can automate it. You know what I mean? And I got to go back to the factory scenario, because they that industry was the first to start. Maybe even farming. Farming had some, machines that they put in place too, that will replace the human labor, right? But I think factories, a lot of people can understand that, because even the car, right? I'm sitting in the car. At one point, you had humans doing it by hand, but a lot of this process to build this car was automated, and now it's done by robots. And you still have some humans that may be doing some quality control checking, right? To where I don't think that'll ever go away, because I don't think we're going to trust the machines 100% for that last final blessing, right? Um, and I think, to your point, right, it's how do we look at, how do I prepare myself to be at the end of whatever business process I want to be a part of, to do that final blessing? Because I don't think those will ever go away. We will not be able to replace that. I don't think we're gonna trust the machines enough for that. You know what I mean?
Well, if you put a machine in charge of a machine, that's what AGI is. And when that's what AGI, automated generative intelligence.
I'm not too
That
familiar with that.
Yeah, it's what Nvidia is incorporating into their bots now. When you
Okay.
when you get some time, take a look into that. Google
Yeah, I might have
AGI.
to look into that.
It,
But
it,
here's
it
my counter to that. And so I gotta put my governance hat on.
Mhm.
And this is where that balance of private sector government influence, you will always have governance. The government will not allow that. There's always going to be, right. I've been following this too. Anyone look up NIST, NIST. They've already pushed out the publication for AI risk management framework. There's going to be policies. They're actually working on policies right now for how AI is implemented. And I can tell you right now that there's gonna be policies for different industries to prevent that from happening. There might be the AGI that you talk about, right, at certain levels. Um, but no, yeah, there's gonna always be that governance protection element. Well, there's always gonna be a requirement for a human to at least manage that governance. An example of how powerful governance policies are, Google just got their hand smacked for not following the governance in Europe. What country was it? I can't think of the country, but they just got hit with like a over $200 million fine for training their AI. There was a publication out there in Europe that they had an agreement that they would not touch their IP to help train their model, but they did anyway. They got caught, and the EU hit them with that fine.
Mm. Hey,
So, and again, right, that's when the government gets involved and they say, hey, you will or will not do this. I think that's gonna be the protective element that will at least save some human jobs, right?
right.
um but as far as like, no, yeah, that I think maybe, let's say, I'll use the help desk as an example, right? Maybe the people that are actually doing most of the day-to-day help desk work, responding to customers, maybe even some troubleshooting, that might be automated, but you'll still have that lead. That's the composer of the operations. I think will still be a human, and maybe even some humans, to where um the AI might triage, say, like an issue or an incident, but may need to tap a human for assistance. Like, hey, I can't figure this one out. Let
Right.
me engage the human. You know what I mean? I think moving forward, we're looking at a mixed workforce where not even mixed, a diverse workforce where before I think diversity was talking about different cultures, different backgrounds, races, et cetera, et cetera. But I think the new definition of a diverse workforce is going to be humans and AI. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about this picture that I just put up?
Let me see. Let me see. Ah, okay. That's exactly what it's gonna be, man. That's exactly what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But no, yeah,
I,
man. I mean, because the AI can handle multiple customers versus as a human being, I can only talk to one customer at a time, man.
yeah.
Um,
It's,
but
and
so
let,
I truly see that's how it's gonna be moving forward across all industries, man.
so you got into the solution. So now let's go ahead and let's build on the solution. So AI and human beings need to work together in order to make sure that what's what I'm trying to say is AI and to have a successful organization and company, AI is still going to be incorporated, but they're going to work side by side with humans,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Even though you work side by side with humans, if the AI, because AI cannot, they're not, they don't have emotional, they don't have brain, they just have data, right?
Pure
So
data.
pure data. They're not at the point where they can have human emotions. They can go by a person who typed out an emotional scenario. They can operate off of that. So how do the people keep themselves safe, gainfully employed with AI? Because it's happening. There's certain parts of the countries where now they're implementing robots in the fast food restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's look into that because somebody needs to program the robot, right?
Yep.
So then the education they need to go in the route is learning how to use AI.
You have to. I mean, it comes back full circle. I think we had opened up with that, and we come back to it, right? And that was actually one of my points. I was watching someone else talking about that too, man. Uh, uh, it was Gary V. It was Gary V. He talked about how everybody wants to just get straight to the top, right? And he used the example of maybe someone wants to be a sports commentator, um, and they go to college for it, thinking that college getting that degree is the way in because you get a fancy degree, but maybe they passed up on an internship and an internship actually as a commentator that's going to teach you how to do the job, which is actually the more direct route than going to college. You know what I mean? But he was
Right.
like, I don't want to hear you crying because you passed up on an internship when that would have got you in, get you the hands-on experience to actually get the job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to tie it in, right? It's it's the same thing. It's instead of trying to fight the wave, how can you get on that surfboard, surf that wave, find ways to actually get experience with the technology? Like you said, learn how to be a prompt engineer. Google got free training right now that I did a video for, which I think it was called Type What You See. Yeah, Type What You See, I think is the name of the tool. You can do that for free.
Yeah.
Now, but what does that require? That might require you to stop doing some doom scrolling, right? And
Yeah.
and cursing, I hate you, AI. Maybe take some of that time and energy
Mhm.
and actually put it on a free training tool to learn how to be an AI prompter, right? And that's
Right.
just like what the example I gave earlier, back at the beginning of uh uh that phase of the industrial evolution when the machines started being introduced. Those people that were like, I don't like these machines, they're gonna take my job. They could have taken the time to read the manuals, to learn how to work on those machines, to maintain those machines. We're at that same juncture, right? The next juncture, right, where things are gonna change.
Yeah.
It's early enough now because there's already an AI talent shortage. That's already happening.
Right.
The Wall Street Journal, those numbers I shared earlier,
Yeah.
several different publications are commentating on how now there's a new shortage of AI talent, right?
Right.
Learn those skills, and the skills they need to learn: data science, because we talked about how data is the new drug. There's gonna be an overwhelming need for data scientists. So we need those
Funny,
people.
funny that
Say
you say.
what?
It's funny that you say that, because that's true. But let me ask you this question: how important is AI learning in the educational systems in the era that we're in now? Do you
Oh,
how
it's
did
changing the game.
Yeah? So let me ask you this: do you feel like AI prompt learning should be a requirement coming out of high school?
You know what? Uh,
Because remember, go back to the point. Think about this: the more you do something, the better you get at it.
yeah, oh yeah, repetition is key.
Yeah, and AI is going to be around for forever.
It ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going to. So if incorporated into the educational systems now, then you have individuals who graduate can possibly one go into a competing workforce and have a chance to sit aside or manage an AI operator, because those are coming too.
Yeah,
See what
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? To piggyback off of last week's conversation, kids aren't in school in other countries for 12 hours for no reason. They're looking to get ahead. And
Yup.
I'm not saying America is going to do that, but I do think the American educational system is still teaching on old data.
Yeah, and you
And
stole my thunder because that was gonna be my answer. Is it's I give you, and actually this was one of my points I had written down. It's changing education how we know it, man. I've never really had faith in traditional academia the way it is now, because it's not preparing us for the real world. It's not preparing us for the jobs versus, in other countries where they're learning real skills, it's getting them ready. They coming
yeah,
out ready, right?
right.
So I don't put my faith in traditional academia anyway. I just don't. But I hold parents responsible.
And
Like, parents right now could put them on the computer right now. Go learn this, right?
um,
Parents, I need you to start parenting.
and
You know what I mean? Instead of
not
letting that kid play this little app that's not developing their brain, put them on the say what you see, I think is actually the Google. Put them on there. They can start learning that right now. You know what I
let
mean?
me, let me tell you something. My son, he was curious about, he likes to see how I create, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I educated him on Chat GPT. I also educated him about, you know, like the situation when trademarks and not trade copyrights ends, and you know what I'm saying, public domain, things of that nature. I told him like, well, yeah, you can create a story this because of the fact that it's public domain now. Do you know he went
Yeah.
did his own he my son is 11. He researched all the public domains that he can do, that he has access to, and then he created a movie in Chat GPT with all the
Nice.
public domains.
Nice.
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, I know my son has an engineer's mind. Like, I give him a model car, he put it together in like 4 hours, and he'll be at
Yeah.
it for hours, not taking a break, not looking online. Me and my wife limit them to limit our kids to so much social media, not social media, internet activity, no social media,
Yeah.
because of the fact that I see when I have a, you know what I'm saying, God has gave me a gift, given me a gift where I can see gifts inside of people, and I see it inside my kids. So with that ability, I introduce Chat GPT into his hands, and I'm like, the good thing is he was productive with it. Everything made sense. He learned how to do the promptiness on his own. The bad thing is he's still a kid, so he created a horror story with Steamboat Willie, Winnie the Pooh, Godzilla, Dracula, right? But he's a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
You still there? You
Yeah,
still
I'm
there?
here.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it froze up
But
briefly.
but he's a kid. But I think that a kid, that's the reason why I said the educational system gets a hold of incorporating AI promptness and technology, then they can be able to show and be ahead of a curve that is they're coming close upon.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like at the age of 16, you can legally work in the United States without a worker's permit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and let's go back to what we were doing when we were in high school. We were selling candy, right? We sold candy.
Yep.
No, that's what got us on our entrepreneurial path.
Yeah,
Candy.
nah, yeah. I would get it. I would sell my candy, go back, re-up that Sam's Club and get to flipping some more.
Right. Real, you know what I'm saying? Capri Suns and
Yeah.
my hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I turned around $12 to $35 a day. But
Yep.
you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But the go back to it, it's like you give an educational outlet to kids who sometimes are bored in class because they see YouTube or they see TV and they see the quickness of it. They're like, well, you know what? What can I do to be, you know what I'm saying, to be, I guess they consider them special. What can I do to make me special? Right?
Yeah.
So if you put them in a AI prompting class at the age of 14, by the time they turn 18, not the bad actors, because there's gonna be some bad actors. There's gonna be kids. What's the answer to this? What's the answer to that? Right?
Yeah.
And they all have their place, but with maturity, learning how to use these tools, they will take over the world the right way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We can hand over we can hand the keys to the kingdom to them.
And we will teach
So
these.
I see where you're going at. I still first and foremost put the responsibility on the parents. Parents, expose your children to these tools that could teach AI prompting, data science, cloud technology too, because that ain't going away.
Not
Again, I gotta reiterate of how important the cloud is, because that is the infrastructure. So those are the top three I would say: AI prompting skills, data science skills, which data science kind of requires more of a traditional route, because I don't think you could get into data science without going to college and learning, because that's more of a it incorporates researcher roles, which I will give the universities their credit. They are built to teach that skill, right? And then cloud. You don't got to go to college. You can go on AWS right now, and
yeah.
start learning the different cloud technologies and
Tell
stuff
them
like that with labs.
what AWS is.
Amazon Web Services. Good point. Good point. Yeah, Amazon
Yeah.
Web Services. So any parent that watch this, or even kids, take to see your parents, start learning that stuff now. And now back to traditional education. I agree with you. I still think there's a place for traditional education just for your basic stuff. Math, basic reading skills, alphabet, right? Like we still need that. I'm thinking maybe 14 might be too late. I'm thinking as soon as they got the basics down, start teaching them AI prompting. Kind of like, all right, like I type using the lessons I learned back at Gardena High. Shout out to Gardena, right? We had
Already,
typing class. I
yeah,
took that class in Gardena and I could type. I'm a good typer now because of that class. I'm
right.
thinking there needs to be a intro to AI, maybe like junior high, at least, right? That's kind of like equivalent to a typing class, and then it goes up, maybe like AI 1, AI 2, or something like that, right? But
Intro to
we need
AI.
to give those skills now, right?
Yeah.
To where, so I think if you start at 14, let's say, man, I want these kids making money ASAP. You know what I mean? Like I want them to be in a good position to start making money by the age of 16, which means those AI skills need to start developing earlier than that, in
Yeah.
my opinion. You know what I mean? Because at the age of 16, when I was 16, I got a job. I had to help my mom out just for situations, right?
Same here.
And when you come from the inner city, it's like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want the at least the inner city youth to have opportunity to help their family out, which means I need them to start learning these AI prompting skills or any other skill related to AI sooner than later. You know what I mean? Because that's what for me, that's really comes down to is how do we help our communities get resources? And AI is gonna be the answer to this is your gateway to get any type of revenue in so you can help your family. And that's really what it's all about, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Just to wrap this session up, um, AI. Do you think AI had a big part to play with a lot of job loss in the past? Like when
In the past,
organizations had to cut workforce, because a lot of people are saying AI was introduced and it minimized the workforce, and 25%, 50% of their staff was let go.
I won't I'm not gonna because everyone wants to point out a bad guy, right? Um, Not just AI, I just say technology. I mean, right now, AI, like I said before, is the sexy girl at the technology dance where it was cybersecurity. Like cybersecurity still hot. I'm still gonna holler at cybersecurity, but yo, AI, that's that chick. She was already cute, but she went and got the Brazilian butt lift. She got some implants. Like that's the hottie right now. You know what I mean? So
Right,
yes, but it's always been like that. You know what I mean?
right.
Anytime there was a new technology that was introduced to any industry, it's gonna replace some jobs. But then on the opposite end of that, it's gonna create new jobs too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So yes, it's gonna replace remedial jobs. I gotta say it. I wanted to kind of be nice and candy coated, but no, AI is gonna replace the remedial easy jobs. And I think that's where a lot of the resistance is. Like, oh man, you mean I can't have that easy job no more? Nah,
no,
fam. You're gonna have to be able to produce. And I'll add this too. Since we're wrapping it up, honestly, I think this is the perfect opportunity for us to get back to agriculture. You know what I mean?
yeah,
As a country, right? I think the US, we rely on different countries for too much of our produce. I think now with the technology, yes, AI will create new AI related jobs, new tech related jobs, but I also think it's gonna for every job we lose to AI and technology, I think it's a new opportunity for folks to learn how to do agriculture again so we can start relying on ourselves as a country on our own produce. You know what I mean? I
okay,
That's something that I have been thinking about when you say you wanted to have this conversation. I think it's kind of taking us back to being more producers versus being more importers, right? But then at
right.
the same time, we'll be able to leverage the technology AI to have good crops and we can start feeding ourselves better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Live cleaner, healthier, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. So quick, while we're wrapping up, one job AI will not replace.
One job that AI would not replace. Hmm. One job that AI will not replace. You know what? I got to stand on business and double down on agriculture. Maybe whoever I don't know the professional title, but whoever is responsible for running a farm, whatever that title is, it is a farmer. I don't know. Whoever that person is, I don't think the AI will replace that because we're gonna always need someone that's looking over some crops, making sure the crops is healthy, and making sure that whatever crops are produced can actually get to a consumer. Whoever that guy is, whatever that position is, AI won't replace that.
Got it. My answer is motivational or inspirational speakers.
Okay, okay,
Why? Why we need those? Because of the fact that there are people out there that need to learn that they can learn AI. They can do these. They can compete with a robot. They can beat a robot. However, in order to beat a robot, you have to use the tools that the robot use, or
fire,
you
fire
have
with fire.
exactly. You need to learn how to incorporate what they're doing into your own workforce.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that is how you that's how HI defeats AI. Human intelligence defeats artificial intelligence.
True. I like that. I like that. Or just watch the Terminator for some tips now. No, that's good.
Right.
That's good. So closing this up then, right? Can't fight it. Be ready to learn a new skill. And the two jobs we talked about that won't be replaced. I'm just gonna say farmer. You won't replace a farmer. I'm thinking that's who what that title is, right? And motivational speaking, which I think there's a place for both, right? We need our minds to be able to grow and stay motivated, right? And we need food to eat, man. Straight up.
Yeah.
I like it, man.
All right,
Nah, this was
Josh.
good. So what? Okay. So my last question to you, is AI as evil as what some say it is?
No, they're just. I believe they are uncomfortable with the unknowing, but it's not evil.
That's
It's not
the fear the unknown.
Yeah, evil is to me, evil is emotional driven. AI is not
Mm.
emotion.
It's all data, baby.
It's all data.
It's all data. It's all about that data. I like that, man. Hey, so hey, with that being said, it's all about that data. So whoever's watching this, I encourage you to learn how to leverage that data, man, to stay up. Stay up. Hey, good convo, man. Good
Yes, sir.
convo. So are we
And
going back to Wednesdays at 12:30, or does Thursdays work better for you?
you know what, bro? Let's go ahead and keep it. Let's keep it on Thursday, bro. Keep it
Thursdays.
on.
All right, y'all. So every Thursday, 12:30, we gonna have a conversation, man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So
and it's
whoever's
always
watching
gonna
this,
be a topic. It's always gonna be a hot topic.
always a hot topic. Yeah, man. So thanks for tuning in, tapping in with your boy. Click that like button if you see this. Click the subscribe button. I am Tech Von Go.
And I am Corey Giovanni, Core ENT.
For ENT. Make sure to tap them like and subscribe buttons. And thanks for checking in. Y'all take care. We'll check back in with you later.
Peace.